So, friends, I'm inspired to make this video after watching a video by a white European, English, American, I don't know. She's a white lady by the name Lily J. And she was questioning Hinduism based on two lines from two ancient Hindu books. One is Rig Veda, and the other is the last one, Atharvaveda. There are actually four Veds. The initial Hindu literature, you can say, consisted of four Veds, and they were Samved, Yajurveda, Atharvaveda, and four Veds. Rigved, Samved, Yajurved, Atharvaved. Rigved, Samved, Yajurved, Atharvaved. Four Vedas of Hindu religion. Okay, let's. So, she was questioning Hinduism and Hindu practice of worshipping many gods and images and idols on the basis of two lines from two taken from two Vedic literature, one from Rig Veda and other from Atharvaved. One said one should not worship anything but the divine one. There is no image or idol of the god. Second, the first is from Rig Veda, as she is saying. I haven't read Rig Veda. I haven't read Atharvaved. There are in Sanskrit, and we normal common Indians generally do not know little Sanskrit. Okay, so and she's saying, say how do you when your Rig Veda, the most ancient book, says that you should worship only one God or the true divine, and when the fourth Ved says that there is no image or idol of God, how can you? Well, let me tell you that Hinduism is not just these four books. Hinduism is a very ancient tradition. It has evolved. It has evolved like a river. No one book. It is not just 400 years, 500 years, 1000 years ago someone realized something and he started a religion. No, it is a collection of vast amount of experiences and realization of thousands and hundreds of rishis. You must keep that word in mind, rishis. They were kind of spiritual scientists, okay, rishis, and they used to go into the forest, do some practices, think about the cosmos, universe, earth, heaven, and things like that, and come up with their own realization of things. They at times were also connected with gods, and so there is not one. Some rishi made had certain realization. He wrote a book about it. Some 100, 200 years later, 1000, another rishi uh, went to forest, indulged in certain spiritual practices. He realized God. He realized truth. He wrote about his approach, and he developed his followers, a cult, who have such spiritual practices, and they have that route or approach to approaching God. So Hinduism, you cannot just define Hinduism by taking two lines from. Hinduism is a religion which does not follow one book. It has a vast library of books, not one book, two book, three book, a vast library of books with experiences and paths of realization of gods written by various rishis and munis. For instance, you said, ki, how can you, there is only one God, there is no image of God, there is no idol of God. ठीक है? But I can say another quote. जाकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मूरत देखी तिन तैसी. This is from written by a very famous medieval era Hindu saint by the great Tulsidas. He had his own realization, his own thinking, his own philosophy upon which. Now, this what he said, Jaki rahi bhavana jaisi Prabhu Murat dekhi tin taisi, just means that uh, whatever form, uh, now, whatever feeling or form with which you visualize your God, the God shall appear to you or make himself available to you in that form. Suppose you visualize God as your mother or friend, or you know, a person with glorious golden armor and things. He will come to you in appear to you in that form. Jaki rahi bhavana, jaise whatever feeling with which you approach God, God shall respond to you in that very visualization and things. And then this is one very famous, very acceptable thing. Again, then you go back to after Vedas. There are many literatures. Suppose I take another famous literature, Gita. Gita says that the true devotee is one who sees me in everything, who sees me in everything. Now, everything should also include idol images, everything. Now, what philosophy should I interpret all this as? I think one should take up the philosophy which most suits his temperament. I believe in Tulsidasa's approach that Jaki Rahi Bhavana Jaisi Prabhu. If I visualize Bhagwan Ram as a person, as a warrior prince with bow and arrow, which many people have in fact also seen and witnesses some. An English officer working in colonial India had seen Bhagwan Ram and Lakshman, and other officer and Mughal Muslims have also seen Bhagwan Ram and Lakshman as carrying bow. It was medieval era, but in order to help his devotee, they had approached and given coins. So the thing is that if I visualize, if I have a vision of God as Jesus Christ, he will definitely make himself available to me as Jesus Christ. That is what the core of Tulsidasa's lines are. And I believe and I respect that. Now, high level of realization, they say when you go to a high realization, that there is Aham Brahmasmi. Then there is third, fourth philosophy, let me tell you, which is Aham Brahmasmi, which means that I am God. I have reached the level of realization where I see that the superior power and me are not different. I am just a part of him, and in fact, out of meditation, when I unite with that superior power, I in fact become him. And very few people can actually say that, because I do not feel myself so connected with God, or I haven't reached that level of meditation or in-depth meditation where I realize that in fact everything is part of the Brahma, the supreme, the ultimate power. Everything is part of the Brahma. This Brahma needs to be looked differently from the Brahmana. Brahman actually refers to a caste of people, priestly caste, and Brahma is the formless ultimate divine power, which manifests in various form. If the earth or the people in earth are in trouble in some kind of way, and they require a certain person to come and manifest and give teachings of a certain kind to the people to relieve the society of certain kind of practice, evil or problems, that Brahma manifests himself in. So that is the philosophy. I hope I have made myself understandable to the people listening to this. Thank you, Jai Shri Ram.